In this video, we will learn about polygons, what regular polygons are. We will also learn how to find the sum of interior angles of polygon and how to find the measure of each individual angle in a regular polygon. So what is a polygon? A polygon is a 2D closed shape. So for example, a square is a polygon, a rectangle is a polygon, but a cube is not. Number 2, a polygon has no overlapping sides. So for example, a shape like this is not a polygon. A polygon has or is made up of at least 3 sides. And the reason behind that is that if we have 2 sides, then we cannot really close that shape. And number 4, a polygon cannot have any curved sides. So for example, a circle is not a polygon. Now, what is a regular polygon? A regular polygon is one that has congruent sides. So if this shape has 3 sides, then it's going to be an equilateral triangle because all sides in an equilateral triangle are congruent. If this polygon has 4 sides, then it will be a square because a square has all 4 sides equal. Now, anything more than a square or like anything that has more than 4 sides, then we can call it irregular. So for example, any shape that has 5 sides would be called a regular pentagon. A shape that has 7 sides, where all sides are equal, would be called a regular hexagon, for example. So basically, any shape or any polygon that has more than 4 sides will be named by its name, and you just put the word regular in front of it to show me that all the sides are equal. Now, what do we call angles that are inside the polygon? We call them interior angles. So any angle that is inside the polygon is called an interior angle. So let's look at those 3 shapes. So look at each polygon, divide each polygon into triangles to figure out the sum of angles in each shape. So if I look at the first triangle, the first shape, it's a triangle that has 3 sides and it forms only one triangle. The second shape has 4 sides and I can really draw like a line to divide it into 2 triangles. And the third shape has 5 sides, and I can draw some lines to divide it into 3 different triangles. Now, I can do that. For example, if I'm given a hexagon, do I really want to keep drawing different lines to figure out how many triangles I can make? Because what I can do after I know how many triangles I can make, I can see that the first one has only 1 triangle, so that's 180 degrees. So the sum of all the interior angles inside this triangle is going to be 180. This shape is made up of 2 triangles, so that's 180 and that's 180. So 180 plus 180 would give me 360. But I already know that a quadrilateral has sum of interior angles to be 360. Now the third shape is a pentagon, 5 sides. So I was able to create 3 different triangles. So 180 plus 180 plus 180, that would give me 540. Now that is inefficient, especially if I go up to like, let's say 10 sides. Do I need to really create different lines inside it and divide it into different triangles? No. So then that's why I have to come up with a rule that will help me find the sum of all the interior angles inside it without really dividing it into different triangles. So let's come up with a rule together. So what do you think I need to do to get from 3 to 1, from 4 to 2, from 5 to 3. What am I subtracting from 3 to get to 1? So 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So I'm always subtracting 2 from the number of sides. So let's say if the number of sides is n, then I'm always subtracting a 2 from it to come up with the number of triangles. So let's try this again. 3 minus 2 is 1, so that's 1 triangle. 4 minus 2 is 2, so that's 2 triangles. And 5 minus 2 is 3, so that's 3 triangles. So n minus 2 give me how many triangles I can create from that polygon. Now, what is the sum of the interior angles of one triangle? That's 180. So I need to multiply that by 180. Now let's try that. Now n is the number of sides, so 3 minus 2 times 180 would give me 1 times 180, which is 180. So I got that. Now let's try if this works for the other two. So n minus 2 times 180. So n is the number of sides, which is 4 in this case, and I copy everything else. 4 minus 2 is 2, so 2 times 180 is 360, so I got that, so it worked for the second shape. Now let's try the third shape, n minus 2 times 180, so that would give me 5 minus 2 times 180, that is 3 times 180, and that would give me 540. So then to find the sum of interior angles in any polygon, the rule is n minus 2 times 180. So let's write that down. The sum of interior angles in any polygon is n minus 2 times 180, where n is the number of sides. Now, what if I want to find the individual angle in every single polygon? So let's figure it out. So if I say regular, it means all sides are equal. So in a triangle, all sides are equal. That makes it an equilateral triangle. Then all the angles are also equal. So what do I need to divide the sum of the interior angles by to be able to get to each individual angle? If I divide it by the number of sides, I get that each individual angle is 60, which is the case. Now, what if I have a regular polygon that has 4 sides? So that means that's a square. Now, what is the sum of all the of all the interior angles in here? So that's 360, which I already know that. So if I divide it by the number of sides, which is 4, I will get 90 degrees. So each one of those is really 90 degrees. And if I have a regular pentagon where all 5 sides are equal, so I have to take the sum of all the interior angles and divide it by the number of sides. So that would give me 108 degrees. So that means each angle over here is equal to 108 degrees. So if I want then to find the measure of each individual angle in a regular polygon, so again, it has to be regular. That means all sides are equal and all angles are equal. Then I take the sum of the interior angles, which the general rule is n minus 2 times 180, and I have to divide it by the number of sides, which is n. So it's always the sum of the interior angles divided by the number of sides. So that's going to be the first rule to find the sum of the interior angles in any polygon, and that's the second rule to find the measure of each individual angle in a regular polygon. Now let's move on to this chart. If I have a triangle, that means it has 3 sides. Quadrilateral, that's 4. Pentagon, that's 5. Hexagon, that's 6. Heptagon, that's 7. Octagon, that's 8. Nonagon, that's 9. Decagon, that's 10. And decagon is 12. They missed the 11 and the 11 is the called undecagon. So now let's say I want to find the sum of the interior angles in a decagon. So then what I do is n minus 2. So if it's n sides, then the rule is n minus 2 times 180. That's the rule. So if I want to find the sum of all the interior angles in a decagon, so then I replace n by 10. So 10 minus 2 times 180. So that's going to give me 8 times 180, and that's going to give me 1440 degrees. So that would be the sum of all the interior angles in a decagon. Now, what if I want to find the measure of each individual angle in a regular polygon? So let's say I'm still going to stick to the decagon, to this shape, and I want to find if this is a regular decagon, then how can I find the measure of each angle? So what do? I take the sum of all the interior angles and I divide it by the number of sides. Now this polygon has 10 sides, so if I divide it by 10, that's going to give me 144 degrees. Now pause the video and try to find the sum of all the interior angles of a decagon. Okay, so find the sum of all the interior angles of an decagon, then find the measure of each individual angle in that polygon as well. So in order to find it, I will do 11 minus 2 times 180. So that's going to give me 11 minus 2, that's 9 times 180. That's going to give me 1620 degrees. So that's the sum of all the interior angles. Now if I divide 1620 by the number of sides, which is 11, so 1620 divided by 11, that will give me a decimal. That means that each individual angle would be equal to, if I round it to the nearest hundredth, that would be 147.27 degrees. Now let's go ahead and see how they can ask us different practice questions. So let's start on number 3. Determine the sum of the interior angles of a 20-sided polygon. So this polygon has 20 sides. And then what I do is I start with the rule n minus 2 times 180. They want the sum of all the interior angles. So the number of sides is 20. So 20 minus 2 times 180. So that would give me, if I put that in the calculator, 3,240 degrees. Now let's move on to number 4. What is the measure of each interior angle of a regular polygon with 60 sides? So the keyword is regular polygon. So that means that once I use the rule to find the sum, which is n minus 2 times 180, I have to divide by the number of sides. And that will give me the measure of each interior angle. So then I know that the number of sides is 60. So 60 minus 2 times 180 divided by 60. So if I put that in the calculator, that will give me 174 degrees. So that means that each angle in this regular polygon will have the measure of 174 degrees. Now let's move on to number 5. The sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 2,340. How many sides does the polygon have? So basically the sum of all the interior angles, which is n minus 2 times 180, that's equal to 2,340. And what they want to know is number of sides. So they want me to find n. So I start by dividing by 180 to get rid of the 180. So if I divide by 180, I will get 13. So that means that n minus 2 is equal to 13. So if I add 2 to both sides, I will get that n is equal to 15. So this shape has 15 sides. Now let's move on to number 6. So here they want x. So let's see how many angles or how many sides I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this shape has 5 sides. So n, which is 5, minus 2 times 180 will give me the sum of all of those angles. So 5 minus 2 is 3 times 180. That's going to give me 540 degrees. So if I want to find x, I can add all of those together. So if I add 92 plus 120 plus 73 plus 128, that's going to give me 411 degrees. That's the sum of all the given angles. Then if I want to find x, I can simply subtract 411 from 540, and that's going to give me x. So x is going to be 129 degrees. Now let's move on to number 7. Same idea. So this is a quadrilateral, so I already know that the sum of the angles is going to be 360. Now, yeah, I can use the rule, n minus 2 times 180. And since it has 4 sides or 4 angles, that's going to be 4 minus 2 times 180. And then 2 times 180 is 360. I can do that, but then it would be a waste of time because I already know in a quadrilateral the sum of angles is going to be 360. So I'm going to start by adding all the given angles. So 80 plus 100 plus 80, that's going to give me 260 degrees. So in order to find the variable, or 2h in this case, I'm going to subtract 360 minus 260. That's going to give me 100. So that means that 2h is 100. So then h is 50. Now let's move on to number 8. Same idea. I need to find the sum of all of the interior angles. So if I add all of them, so let's see how many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then 6 minus 2, which is n minus 2 times 180, that's going to give me the sum of all of those angles. So 6 minus 2 is 4 times 180 is 720 degrees. So that's the sum of all of them. So that means if I add all of those angles together, so basically x plus 6 plus 60 plus 154 plus 143 plus x plus 133, that's all going to equal to 720 degrees. So if I add x plus x, that's going to give me 2x. And if I add all the others together, so 6 plus 60 plus 154 plus 143 plus 133, that's going to give me 496. And that's going to equal to 720. So if I subtract 496 from both sides, I will get that 2x is equal to 224. Then if I divide by 2, I'll find out that x is equal to 112 degrees. Now I hope that this video was helpful. So what we learned today is how to find the sum of all the interior angles in a polygon and how to find the measure of each individual angle in a regular polygon.